As quick as I can, I want to surmise my frustrations towards liberals and conservatives. Admittedly, I'm a little nervous how this is going to be received, but I'm going to do it anyway. Liberals first. To begin with, I think you're hypocritical. You advance your ideology under the guise of inclusivity and tolerance, but that really only applies to people that agree with you. You're not tolerant to anyone that speaks against you or that disagrees or offends you. In fact, for all of your tolerance, you are no strangers to hatefulness. The further left you go, the more dangerous you become, because the more likely you are to support governance that infringes on the fundamental rights of your fellow Americans, not recognizing that ultimately you're eroding your own liberties in doing so. One last personal gripe, that you would defang the sheepdog despite the wolf. Now, conservatives. Full disclosure, I call myself a modern conservative, but I can also criticize the silly notion that many traditional conservatives have been convinced of, that there was ever a time in America that was so great. When exactly was that? We want things to go back to the way they were. Okay, like when? When there wasn't conflict, turmoil, war, real oppression and discrimination, or injustice and overreach of government? Back when the working class wasn't overburdened by the powerful through unfair labor and absurd taxation? As conservatives, we have allowed ourselves to be indoctrinated into compliance to a system that pats our back with one hand and whips it with the other. We're cogs in a machine, always grinding, never asking questions. All that said, I believe there are admirable parts to both sides. And I like both sides the most when they come together. Here's why. I believe America is the greatest country in the world because of the spirit of her people. And that despite the multitude of turmoil and conflict that riddles our history, that we are able to rally together when it matters most. And when we do, we overcome incredible evils, progress socially, technologically, and economically. We move forward and we do it together. We are capable of incredible things when we put aside our differences. And folks, it's time once again that we come together and rally for our nation. There's lots to do. Let's get to work.